Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every Tuesday and sometimes on other days when there's big special launches like today. I'm going to be sharing all the Mäksēlife planners for launch. This is only a little bit of what I have. I have more on the floor right next to me. I have the Undated new daily quarterly planner. I have the vertical and horizontal flagship dated planners. I have the Undated 6-month vertical and horizontal new planners. And I have lots of the accessories and the quarterly companion goal notebooks in the A5 size. So we have all that to go through. This is going to be a little bit longer of a video, but everything will be time-stamped if there's something you want to jump to and look right at. I hope that is helpful for you. If my content has helped you and if you are making a Mäksēlife purchase, I would really appreciate you going through my affiliate link down here in the description. That is the way that I continue on with my channel because I make a small percentage of the sale. It is also the way that I get product to share with you because it shows the company how many people I bring to them. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and all the work that goes into this content creation. All right, guys. Let's jump right in here. Let's start with the dated flagship planner. I know a lot of people want to see the daily. They have some really cute new stickers this year, and I know they have some shirts and hoodies that go with these new designs. So if you want to check those out on their website also. But we're going to jump into the dated. And in the dated, these are the two covers that I got. I have the beautiful floral, which is an artist cover, and I have the chevron with a little teeny heart. If you want to know the meanings behind all these covers, it is all on Mäksēlife Instagram and on their Facebook page. So you can check that out. Every Mäksēlife planner comes, well, I shouldn't say every. The signature Mäksēlife planners come in the hard box. It's a light pinstripe, it's gold foiling on there, and it's just a nice storage box for your planner or for storing cards or other mementos in your closet. As far as I know, just the flagship planners come in these boxes. We're going to go through the vertical first because that is where I've done all my pen testing and everything, and then I will show you the horizontal. So if you are new to Mäksēlife, this is their flagship planner. It is a full weekly planner with monthly spreads. It's available in vertical and horizontal, and it has a full year of goal setting system within this planner. So you don't need a separate goal planner. This is your weekly agenda as well as your goal planner combined into one. You have a hard cover with rounded corners, which I absolutely am a huge fan of. The Mäksēlife logo is on the back, and I like that it's not on the front, actually. I love the little teeny heart there. And this year it's a matte gold coil. It's very matte, but it looks a little bit brighter than last year's. And it's a hard cover and it is an O-ring, but I have never had any problems with Mäksēlife O-rings getting stuck or having any issues, even though it is a big planner because it houses an entire year of goal planning sheets in here, weekly sheets, check-ins, along with like your goal setup in the front and quarterly check-ins. It houses all that along with your weekly agenda. So it is a little bit of a heftier planner. It's in the realm, the normal size of 7x9 planners. It's not that massive. There are plenty of daily planners that are even a little bit thicker than this one. So we're going to start just at the very beginning. This is the vertical, but we're going to do our full walkthrough of the whole system in this planner. And then we won't be doing the full walkthrough in all the other planners. And I am going to try to make this video as condensed as possible, but there is so much to show you. And I know that there are people that are new to Mäksēlife, and so I have to show everything for those people. Let's jump in. You have a nameplate page. You have a letter from Sierra, the creator. Sierra is a wonderful person to work with, a beautiful soul if you don't know her. And she is also a certified life coach, and she's been doing it for, I don't remember, many years. I think this says since 2005. And she has taken all the people that she has worked with. I believe she's also worked in business, like office settings. And she has taken all her expertise and her love of planning, because she was a planner girl to start with. Her account is Planner Friend, if you want to find her on Instagram. She was in the planner world way before she made this planner. And so she took both of her loves and her expertise and combined them into an amazing planning goal setting system combined in one, which she says is the key because you're checking in with your goals weekly instead of just leaving them in another place in another book. They're actually in your life where you're checking every day. Let's get started as this says. Your first tab says goal setting. Your tabbed pages are a little bit thicker. Your normal pages are 120 GSM, which equates to 80-pound paper. It's recycled paper. It's beautiful. It's smooth. We'll talk about that with the pen test. It does not have tooth to it, but it is not super slick. It's not as slick as plum paper. Most people really do like this paper. In your getting started, they are taking you through, you have 21 setup pages in the front here. You can either call it prep work or setup, but it is all your pages to get you started and help you set your goals for the year. And there is so much information given here. I mean, I wouldn't say too much, but I'm saying so much guidance and helpful tips, literally taking you step by step. What I hear with these goal planners sometimes is people are intimidated. But if you want to try it, I would say do not be afraid. Do not be intimidated. They really guide you through step by step. And there is a lot of help on the Mäksēlife Facebook page and guidance and moderators there and other people there that have used this system because this is their third year right now. 2022 will be the third year. Other people have used the system for 2 years and they are there to help you. They love to help and answer questions and troubleshoot things. I know that go there for any help and guidance you need also. Then we go through and they're just telling you what are the steps of this goal planning system. You have a compass assessment, you have setting intentions, annual goals and vision, monthly goals and weekly actions, and then monthly reflections and quarterly review. So starting out, your first thing is your compass assessment. It's evaluating your life as a whole. And I did just one section for you this year. I have worked through all the prep work in a prior year and used Mäksēlife for 6 full months. And I did that so I could do a good comparison with other goal planners. And I have that up on my channel here also. I just wanted to be able to be in it and using it to give a really good comparison with the other big goal planning system. But in this one, I just did one assessment rating because some of these can get pretty private. And I just have gone to where I don't want to share as much of this stuff online because I do feel like if I know that I'm sharing this, then I almost feel like it clouds my judgment in some of the ratings I give myself. So I just did the health and wellness category because I knew I felt pretty good about that one and it would be a pretty high category for me. I'm not trying to say I'm doing great there. It's one that feels less personal to me. What you do is you score yourself. They tell you how. 1 means does not apply to me and 10 is strongly applies. And you give yourself a number in each one of these things under the category. Then you add up your score and you divide it by 8. And then that gives you your total score in that category, which is 8.25 for me in health and wellness. So then you color it in. I colored it up to an 8 here. I didn't feel like I needed to go 2.5 over. And when you do all your different life categories, then you can kind of see on a whole where you feel you are the most lacking and where you might want to work. So they talk you through that. And that's part of your assessment. Then you kind of go through thinking about your intentions and setting your goals. And they talk about committing to goals, reviewing goals, and removing goals. And then they talk about how to write your goals out. I really like this guidance because they give you examples of the same goal, like how is not the best way to write it and what is a much better way to write it. They give you guidance there and tips. And then talking about the 3 types of goals: stretch goals, progress goals, and maintenance goals. And maybe thinking about how many you want to set of each. So that's all in there. Then it talks about what are your annual goals, and that's your year-long vision, your long-term goals, your month, and how to break those down into your monthly goals and your weekly actions. And then they give you weekly reflection questions. Now, these are to be used on a blank page every week, but it is a completely blank dot grid page. I appreciate that they did not print these questions on that page. I'd love to hear how users of this planner feel. I imagine if you're someone who uses those questions every single week, then you might rather than be printed on the page. But they left it open so that you can use the page for journaling, for lists, for doodling, for mind mapping, for anything you want. If they printed these questions on that weekly page, then that page wouldn't be open for you to change up and use as you wish. And sometimes it might change from season or from week to week. But I like that they give them to you here so that you can use them. So these are your weekly reflection questions, and they go every week. You have, I've got some good stuff to show you there. You have a dot grid page here that coordinates with your next weekly actions. And this is reflecting on your wins, what worked, what didn't, lessons learned, and adjustments needed. And then there's a tip down here every single week too. I like how they use that space at the bottom of the page to give you a really usable tip. And I've heard that they're also they really look at where to put those in the year. So what kind of tips do you need in January versus going into, April or versus August? So I love that. Every little detail and thought was put into this. You have, your questions are, what were my wins? What worked? What didn't work? What lessons did I learn? What adjustments do I need to make moving forward? Then they give you some things to consider in each area of life when writing your goals. Those are all your 8 areas of life here, and just some things to think about when you're forming your goals. Use this space to create a list or a mind map of ideas, dreams, and goals for the coming year. Have fun. The possibilities are endless. Then you go into your actual annual goals, and they're broken down into 2-page spreads. Every single goal category is given a color and a little symbol icon, but they are also written in there for you so you will not forget what they are. You have a big space here to use, but they give you a little focus line to remind you to give you a focus for that goal area. And then a question at the bottom is, how will my life be improved by reaching these fun and recreation goals? So thinking of, I'm making these goals, but how is it going to improve my life? Those are your annual goals that you're going to look back on throughout the whole year. Of course, you might change some, you might remove some, you might decide by month 9 that some of them are not as important to you. And then you have a vision board 2-page spread, and they give you some tips on creating your vision board to, go with your goals. And then goal setting quick tips. So just some very quick tips to look over and probably to come back and read again during the year. Each monthly tabbed page has a little motivation on there for you. You will see they are so simple, but I love the clean look of them and the rainbow colors. So I think it's a great look for Mäksēlife this year. So those are a few of them. Now you go into your monthly layout. I have tested out some of their stickers from their sticker book so you can see how they fit. It's a typical Sunday start. They don't have a huge, massive header at the top, which I appreciate because it is giving you really good room in each of your boxes. You have holidays noted in light gray at the bottom of the days. Previous months are coming in a light gray. And if you had the next month's going out also in a light gray, your numbers are in the right corner in little circles. And each month has a different color on the monthly layout. January is blue, which also carries over to the weekly. You have a look at your next month at a glance and a motivational quote every month, plus a notes section that is lined. Then you go into, so your monthly tab opens to that monthly layout. Then you go into your January goals. So your monthly goals are on a 2-page spread in each of those 8 categories. You're going to look at your annual goals, and with their guidance, you're going to break those down into what chunks make sense to start working on in January. And to me, at least I like to remember, it doesn't mean that you're working on all your big goals at once. Then you are not going to be able to accomplish anything. And so they really guide you through that as to think about your life in January. Think about what are the best things to work on based on your life and maybe even the weather where you live based on your goals. Then you go into what you get before every week. It is your reflections page from the week before where you can put those questions or use however you wish. And then it is your weekly actions page. It is dated. I love that. They have added this year, your categories are written in. So you don't have to try to remember what your categories are, even though you do have the little icons and they are always the same color. But now they are written in for you. I love that change. I love the updated look this year. It's very clean. I love it because when I used it, I was always writing in those categories, and a lot of people ordered stickers for those categories. So you're going to break down your monthly goals into chunks for every week, what you want to work on in each category. And let me show you something. This is Sierra's handwriting. I think this was a mock-up page that they actually she posted on Instagram. I get to have her beautiful handwriting, you guys. It's amazing handwriting. and have an example of what she wrote for weekly actions. She accidentally sent me this planner. She probably didn't know this was in it, but it's an extra that I get. I mean, I can't tell you how big I smiled when I saw this. I was like, oh, Sierra, I get to have a piece of you in here forever. So that's awesome. Under each category, she assigned a focus under that category. Like personal, her focus was self-care and just one thing, if you'll notice. Health and wellness, her focus was move and 2 things. Fun and recreation, her focus was joy and 1 thing. Her spiritual and personal growth was mindfulness. Work and learning was balance. Financial is monitor. Family and relationships was rhythm, and physical environment is refresh. So I think thinking of a focus for each category for the week is good too. It kind of helps hone you in. Her goals were, a lot of them, very simple, like joy. Do 1 thing daily that brings me joy. Mindfulness was a daily gratitude, journaling 3 times a week, and meditating 10 minutes a day. So you can see that these are not things that are going to take an extreme amount of time. Some of them are habit-based, which they talk about in the front, what type of goals you have. But that is your weekly actions page and how it looks like when it is filled out by the owner and creator herself, Sierra. Then I did a little mock-up in the weekly spread, how I might use the vertical. I love that it is lined, but it is very lightly lined. So nothing is harsh or blaring. Your color for the month comes here in the date. You'll see the December color carries over, but then it switches to January. Holidays are noted up here up top in a light gray. There's a box up top of every day. You can easily put your weather in, or that could be a focus for the day, or it could be somebody's birthday. That could even be your dinner if you wanted to put it up here versus down here. If I was using this vertical layout, I would probably draw a line across or do a washi or do a dotted line, and I would probably put my appointments up here. And so if there were no appointments that day or errands outside of the house, then I can easily look across and see that there is nothing. And then my to-dos would be here. I kind of like dividing to-dos in groups of 3. So that's probably how I would do that. And then I might put my workout or self-care down here. And that little heart down here is to remind you to put your self-care down there. You can number it to be hourly wherever you want to start your time if you're someone who wants an hourly. But they also sell an hourly washi tape. Mäksēlife does. I'm going to show you. I have that down in my pile. So I put that in here for you to see. You have a line to-do list spot here and then 7 goals that you can track. I numbered them just to be able to show you guys that there's 7. But of course, you probably wouldn't number yours. But I put like goals in there and you mark it off for Monday through Sunday, of course. There are 26 lines if I counted them wrong, going down. If I counted them right, let's hope not wrong. And 6 lines at the bottom. That is counting the bottom line of each one. And then each week flows that way. So you have your reflect page for those questions. You have a goal tip down here. Like this one is trust the process. I don't want to take time to read all that. I feel like I would bore you guys. And then your weekly actions dated for that week, and then your next weekly layout. And that is the flow of this entire planner, whether it's vertical or horizontal. I tried out a lot of the sticker book here. They come in all different hues, I shouldn't say all different. They come in the Mäksēlife kind of rainbow colors, but they come in a darker hue and a lighter hue for each color. And we will get to that sticker book. Here are some of their washies. They have a tick off box washi. They have a tick off box, a tick off circle, and really cute Mäksēlife colors here. Now I am going to grab some pens because I did not try to write on the washi with a pen to see. So this is a Pentel Energel. Yeah, I thought that it would have that issue. I think really the only thing that's going to check off well, you guys tell me if you've used anything else, is a Sharpie marker, fine tip marker on these washi tapes if you want to be able to check them off. Yeah. That's something to think about if you're wanting to use the washi tape, but it lines up perfectly with the Mäksēlife lines. When you get to the end of your month, you have monthly reflection questions here written out for you, and then rate my overall satisfaction for this month. Then you go into your next monthly layout, and it's the same flow. You have your February goals, and you have your weekly actions and your reflection from the week before. And your color switches midweek whenever your month switches to the new color. So February is I call it aqua. And your habits switch colors also with the color of the month. So let's go through each of the colors. March is green. And I just kind of want to give you a look at what each month looks like. There are quarterly assessments I will show you also. April is kind of a steel blue, like a gray blue. May is a yellow. So they are not bright, overpowering colors at all. You are free to bring in all the mild liners, all the stickers, everything you want for the month because it gives you a little color, but it's not overpowering. June is an orange. Let's look at that on a weekly page. It's actually a really kind of light rust orange. And then July is a red, a really nice, I call it a blue red. Not an orange red at all, a blue red. Love that for July. And then August is an eggplant purple. I love that color. September is a blue, and this might be rotating. Yep, now it rotates back through. And then we're back to aqua in October. November is green. And December is the steel blue. Okay, so those are the Mäksēlife colors. At the end, you have a full year at a glance 2022 with room for important dates. You have a year at a glance for 2023 with room for important dates, planning ahead. You have a few notes pages, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 notes pages lined at the back. You have a really good pocket that is all like coated. It's going to last you the whole year with some motivation on it. You get a sticker sheet with your planner purchase. So a functional stickers, icon stickers, some little dots, stretch goals in all the Mäksēlife colors. And you also get an accordion pocket. You guys, there is not a lack of pockets with material on the side, really well made. And your flagship planner has a band, which holds it together really nicely. It can even go in and out of a bag. Yes, it's a little bit hefty, but I feel like the band makes it portable. So that is your flagship planner in the vertical. I'm just going to show you the horizontal layout. Oh, we did not look at the quarterly assessment. So after every quarter, you have a quarterly assessment in here. After your monthly reflections, then you have look at your compass wheel again. You're going to re-rate yourself every quarter. And that's going to kind of give you guidance on how have the goals that you've been working on, how have they changed you in those different areas of your life? Have you made progress, or do you need to reevaluate? And then you have a notes page there. So that's at the end of every quarter. You have that quarterly assessment, which is opposite the monthly reflections, and then a notes page. Normally at the end of your month, you just have monthly reflections, and then you go into the next month. When you get to the end of your year, you do have your Q4 quarterly compass reflection again to wrap up your year, and another lined page. And that's when you go into the extra section, which is what I just shared with you. Let's look at the horizontal layout. That's what I actually used when I used the Mäksēlife planner. So everything is the same in here except for the layout. Instead of vertical, you have a horizontal. And I used this for the 6 months I used it. 6 months I used it because I was not using it for my personal like agenda planning. I was only using it as a goal planner. And so I used the horizontal to kind of just check in every night. For a big part of that time, I was writing my wins every night in here. I would just record my wins from the day. And that just gave me a great boost of confidence and also motivation to keep going. And I recorded my habits. So sometimes I would check in with just journaling if there was something that was particularly hard that I was working on or something I wanted to focus on. But a lot of the time I used it just for writing my wins at the end of the day. And I cannot tell you how great that made me feel. So if you're wanting to use the Mäksēlife full signature planner, but you don't want to use it as your agenda because you already have another planner you love or something along those lines, I think the horizontal works great for bringing in just journaling on your goals, on your wellness, on your mind, emotional state, or your spiritual state, whatever you want to focus on. The horizontal works great for that. Although I have seen people use the vertical for journaling, for recording memories. I've seen them use the vertical for recording scripture. You know, you just have to write really skinny going all the way down. It looks really cool. Just from my mind, if I'm writing something, I prefer to be in a horizontal. So you have Monday through Thursday on the left, Friday through Sunday on the right, a note section here for the whole week, and then also 7 habit trackers. All right, so that wraps up. We did not look at the pen test though, or the price. You guys, I really did prep so much for this video. There's so much going into it. It's hard to know what to show first. There's so much to show you. The price did go up a little bit this year. On Sierra said all materials, the price went up, and just the price went up for everything this year. On the materials to create it, on the shipping, the price for the flagship planner is $76, but that is your goal planner and your weekly planner all in one. So think about that. If you look at purchasing a great goal planner and a weekly planner, your price is going to be a lot higher than $76. If this is the system you love, I would not let that price shy you away from it at all. I mean, divide that out per year, how much that is per day, and it is like pennies a day. So if you are actually using this and it is serving you, it is well worth it, in my opinion. So that is your flagship Mäksēlife planner. Next up, guys, we have to do the daily. I know everyone is so excited about these dailies. This is a quarterly daily planner that is undated. It is $58. It comes with 4 different luxe vegan leather covers. So they have a lot of texture to them. There's a good thickness to the cover. And since there's 4 colors, if you're wanting to use the daily for the whole year, then you could have a different color for every single quarter, if you so choose. So I like that they did give you those options. You have the same 120 GSM paper in here, 80 pound. And what you don't have in here is there is no weekly coaching tips. So where I showed you before, we're gonna walk through this. Each week where you would have your reflection page, there was that coaching tip on the bottom. There's no coaching tip here, probably just because it's so small. There are stickers that come with it to date the dividers. I'm trying to look over all my notes and make sure I tell you everything. But a monthly sticker kit can be purchased, and I have that. I'm going to show it to you if you do not want to have to fill in the dates. So all the dailies are undated, but they do come with the monthly divider stickers. They are these clear stickers, and you can see how nice that looks on there on January front and back. And so these are the clear stickers. They come in the pocket at the back. And then if you wish, there is a dated monthly sticker kit for $8, which can be for any of the undated planners. It can be for the daily. It can be for the quarterly, which I will show you. I mean, the 6-month undated horizontal or vertical full size 7x9. I will show you that next. So these are $8. They cover your entire year. So if you don't want to date your months, and these are in all the Mäksēlife colors. There is a look at your sticker kit that is available. Let's look at this beautiful A5 undated quarterly daily planner. You have a spiral coil, so it is not an O-ring. It is a hard cover. It is hard. It is not bendable. It is a hard, pretty thick vegan leather cover with a lot of texture. It has like the Mäksēlife embossed right there and nothing on the back. You do have a band, just like you do with the flagship planner, and it holds it really well. So if you want a portable planner, this coil is tough and thick. You could put it in and out of a bag, and you're not going to have any issues with it at all. This planner has all the same things that you have in your flagship planner, but it is a daily. So there's your nameplate page, your letter from Sierra, your goal setting, what I call your prep work at the beginning, or your setup to get your annual goals, is all exactly the same. It is just printed smaller. It is on an A5 size page, but it is all exactly the same. Then you go into January and you have your month, which you would date, or you would buy the dated sticker kit. You have the same note section there, but you do not have a quote every month because it is the undated. You have your monthly goals, and they're all labeled just like in the flagship planner. And then you go into your first week, your weekly action items, and then your reflection page. You just don't have that goal tip at the bottom. Now, this is what's so cool about this daily planner, you guys. You have a week at a glance. And I feel like we need to look at this on a blank page before I start showing you my writing, just so you can take it all in. This is the page layout for your daily. You have a date box, which is gray, a focus box, which is gray, like a top 3 or whatever you wish to use that for, but it would be like a top 3 for me. And that's under your focus. And then you have all these time slots here. You can fill in times of appointments, or if you want to time block your day in any certain way, those are your time slots. Then you have a really good amount of to-do list room here. If I counted that right, there are 20 to-do list tick-off boxes right there. And if I counted right, there are 15 time slots there. And then you have a dot grid note section here at the bottom and 3 boxes at the bottom. So if you're wanting to track some habits for the day, you have like 3 different boxes down there. Or that could be dinner, workout, weather, whatever you want to use those 3 little shaded boxes for at the bottom. So that is your basic page layout. A5, I feel like, is the perfect size for a daily. And then let's go to the next week to see a blank weekly layout, and then we'll look at mine. Before every week, you get a blank weekly layout, you guys. This is what everybody wishes for in a daily planner. I love how it is just going straight down the page horizontally. That is how I would choose to do it also. I like the way it looks and flows. You put week of, your focus for the week, and then you just fill in the date right there under the day of the week. And you can use this for all your appointments. You can do like appointments and then dinner could be over there. You could do appointments and like your workout here. You have your week at a glance in a daily planner. That is a big deal. That is something that very, very few daily planners give you. This daily planner is giving you full pages for Saturday and Sunday, a week at a glance for your whole week, 120 GSM, 80-pound paper, and an entire goal setting system in your daily planner. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on this. If you are someone who's a daily planner and you've been waiting for something like this, I would love to hear your thoughts. Share them down in the comments. Let's look at my mock-up here. My mock-up, I wrote in like a day and I wrote in some things that I wanted to get done. I'd probably leave a break in my to-do list items because I kind of like to divide them out by category after my top 3. And then I just kind of wrote in the one timed thing I might have going on that day. Here's my week mapped out. I highlighted like any appointments that we had or things that were on a timed type of schedule. And I love to be able to look and see my week at a glance that way. Well, here's another option. You have, my friend Tara actually gave me this idea. Since these are not too dark or harsh, these dots up here, she's like, if you wanted to write longer, because a lot of times I write longer, I do. You could ignore that there and write all the way across. And if you didn't have appointments, you could also just keep writing all the way across. So for someone who likes to write longer sentences for to-dos, this could still work for you. And if you were someone who didn't need all the appointment slots, and you could write all the way across. So that's just an idea of how it looks. If you're writing across, I feel like those dots are really not that big of a nuisance. And you could definitely keep going like that. And then I would kind of put like my habits down here is what I would probably do. And, any notes I needed to take for the day. So that's just another idea. Here is how their timed washi tape looks in the daily. And I'm just not really sure it works in the daily. I think it was made for the vertical because if you're going here, if you start at 6 a.m., you're only going to be able to go till 1 p.m. So that is something to think about. Unless you're going to go over your tick off boxes with it and make this your to-do list, then I guess you could have more going down there and go up to a later time. After your weekly pages, so you get to the end of your week here. So you get 7 days, you get full pages for Saturday and Sunday. You get your reflection page, your weekly actions for the next week, and then you get your week at a glance, and then you get your 7 days once again, and your reflections and your weekly actions. So there's a lot of room for notes in this planner because full daily pages for every day, your weekly reflection page, your weekly actions, and your week at a glance page. Boom! I love it. It houses a lot of great options that people ask for that have not been put in a daily planner altogether. The goals, the week at a glance, all the extra room for notes. Then at the back, you have an assessment tab because that is your quarterly assessment. This planner only lasts a quarter for 3 months. And so you have your quarterly assessment at the end. And then you have future planning here. So you can fill in the month and write in like timed appointments or days off school or vacations or just any future plans you're thinking about, celebrations if it's coming up to holiday months. So you can have room to note that in here before you have your next planner. And then you have 16 dot grid, really light gray dot grid note pages at the back. So even with all that room for notes in your daily planner, you have a good amount of notes pages every quarter. And they did not skimp. They gave you a pocket in your daily planner, the really nice pocket. They gave you your monthly tabs in your daily planner and a sticker sheet in your daily planner, as well as the same accordion pocket. So that is your quarterly daily planner. And once again, that one is $58 Undated Daily. Next up, we have the new Undated 6-month weekly planners. So these are for people who really asked for a spiral coil, who wanted a smaller, more lightweight book to take around with them, but they wanted still the 7x9 page and all the goal setting and all the weekly layouts. And so Mäksēlife has come out with an undated option for you. Now, many people also like an undated option because you can jump in and out of it and try it out and you're not wasting any pages. So this 6-month undated option is $64. It has the same 120 GSM or 80-pound paper. All their paper is labeled bright white and recycled. This has the exact same page size, the exact same goal planning pages. Everything is the same, but here is what your undated weekly horizontal looks like. So you would write your date in right there. And then here is what your undated, let me show you the vertical. This is what your undated vertical looks like, and you would write your date right in there every day. So you do lose the color that the date brings to your planner. You also do get monthly tabs, but let me show you. These monthly tabs were made for the daily, and they are a teeny, you can't really maybe even tell on camera, a tiny bit too long for the tabs in here because they fit the daily perfectly. Now, it doesn't bother me that mine is hanging off a teeny bit because it kind of just fits with the back one, and I don't think it's going to cause any issues. But you might want to trim it just the tiniest bit, like, a millimeter or two before you stick your tab on. Just so you know, they're a tiny bit long. As far as the flow of this planner, it's exactly the same. Your goal setting section up front is 21 setup pages still. Then you go into your undated months. I just put January on there, but you can start any month you want. You can buy your colorful dot sticker pack for $8 to be able to put on all your months if you don't want to date them yourself. And you write your month in up there or use your month sticker from your pack here. You do still get a quote on every month, even on the undated. And then you go into your monthly goals. You will just have to label the month. You go into your weekly actions, but you can label the date on your week. You have your weekly layout. It's, like I said, $64. I spelled months wrong, covers 6 months. And then you have the same in the vertical. And you do have quarterly assessments in here, but they are all at the back. So look under the assessments tab, and they have quarter 1 assessment and quarter 2 assessment. And then under extras, you have future plans in here for all those months planning, kind of like in the daily. And then you have a really good amount of notes pages. You have about 21 lined notes pages. There are your tabs that come with your planner. The great pocket, once again, your sticker sheet is the same, the accordion pocket, and still comes with a band. So that is your 6-month undated weekly option in horizontal or vertical. Same vegan leather covers that are on the daily. Really textured. They feel great in hand. Same rounded corners. The covers are beautiful and they feel really good in hand. And I feel like these are really nice understated covers if you are someone who just doesn't like a bold cover, or you're in an office and you just want a little bit more streamlined of a cover. And I just realized I did not show you a pen test. So let me grab that up. Alrighty, here is my pen test. I did all my pens, dark mild liners. And if you look at the back, you see absolutely nothing. I mean, I can't really even see any ghosting. This is very nice, thick. I mean, it feels thick and substantial when you're in the book. 120 GSM, which equates to 80-pound paper. It is smooth. I don't think it has as slick a quality as plum paper, but it is pretty smooth, but not that same quality. It takes pen really well. This is my Pentel Energel, and it takes pen really well. And you saw I just went over it right after I wrote, and does not have any smearing problems. This is a gel ink. Of course, Pentel is really good for not smearing. Love Pentel Inner Gel. So that is the paper. And I think I showed you the chevron cover up close, but I feel like I did not show you the floral cover really up close. If anyone is looking at this artist cover here, I want to make sure I show that with all the vibrant blues, reds, teals, and pinks in there, because this is their most colorful cover this year in their flagship planners. They have one other cover option in their flagship planners, but this is the most colorful. All right, we're going to go through the accessories, and then we are going to look just really quickly at the Undated companion notebooks. These are a great option if you are not wanting the daily or weekly planning pages, but you love the Mäksēlife goal system and you just want the goal system. This is a really great option for that. I love that they offer that, even though Sierra believes in keeping your goal planning in your planner. I love that she knows that everyone works differently. So you can buy these 2 washies. You get 2 of them. These are your timed washies that fit in your vertical layout. The time washi is $4.50 for a pack of 2. The bullet washi is $5.50, and it's a pack of 3 for these. You get the squares, the circles that I showed you, and the really cute hearts in there. And these are all thin washi. So those are sold in 2 sets. A new product which people asked for and are so excited about is a habit tracker sticky note pad. I have a feeling these are going to fly off the shelves. They are only $4, you guys, and you get 60 sheets in here. They are 80 GSM paper, so 80 GSM. I mean, not as thick as the planner. And they are sticky, and they feel really sticky, you guys. I'm not kidding. Like, I feel like they got the stick down. The stick is very good. You will be able to track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just the same as in the planner, 7 habits for the week, and put this in any planner you have, or stick it right on your desk next to you, or stick it right on your computer, on your, like MacBook. Wherever you want to stick it for the week, it's just a little habit tracker. I think this is a great product, and $4 for 60 sheets that will cover you for the entire year. Great product. Amazing. Okay, brand new. Then they have their sticker book, which I was showing you how a lot of the stickers fit in to the planner pages. And I can pull them back up and show you a couple of examples that I stuck down. Here's some of the stickers in the daily, the flags. And then most of the stickers I tested down in the weekly or the monthly of this planner. I just wanted to give you a little look of how they fit and the different range of colors, how they give you both the brighter and the lesser bright hue. There are some on the monthly boxes. They are made to fit the monthly boxes. And this is your washi tape once again, which I shared before. So let's just flip through the sticker book. $20 for this 15-page functional sticker book from Mäksēlife. Includes flags, banners, icons, boxes, bullets, and hearts. So you have a page of your lighter dots and your darker hue. Lighter dot hearts and darker hue hearts. And then you have your flags, and those are in the darker, and then your little pinstripe flags, another pinstripe flags, bigger boxes that cover like 2 lines, and your big flags there, and then teeny tiny little flags, and teeny tiny little flags in the darker, and bigger flags in the lighter, and bigger flags in the darker, and then the Mäksēlife icons, which go with your goals. These are all perforated pages, so if you would like to tear them out. So that is your sticker book. Another brand new product, which I think is going to be really popular, is their daily planning notepad. It is an A5, so it's the exact same size and layout of their daily planner. So if you love their daily planner layout, but you don't need the whole daily planner, let's say you use the weekly planner and you just really want pages for really busy days or even for every day, but you just like using a planning notepad, which I know a lot of people who do this along with their weekly planner. This is perfect. It's $10 with 60 sheets. So if you're using it about every day, it's going to last you about 2 months. And it has really good sticky on it at the top. So if you want to stick it in your weekly planner page, you can. Or if you want to stick it up like, I don't know, on a computer or marker board screen or something next to you, that is their daily planning pad. Great product. Now, this is their quarterly companion notebooks. And they're called that because they're a perfect companion to any planner. They come as an entire set for $56. They have the same 120 GSM paper that you have in all the planners, the flagship and all of them. All your goal setting information comes in this first little book. These are all A5 size. So your goal planning prep pages are in this first little book and your annual goals. So that will house your goals for the whole year and all your prep. I just love how they came up with this. I think it's a great option for people who don't want the whole agenda. Every single quarter, you have these little notebooks to go with it. They all have perforated pages though. So if you would like to remove them and you want to punch them and put them in a disc bound or ring bound system, then you can. But the books are great. They lay flat so well. They were made so well. So easy to write in with the binding. The covers are thick and are coated and are going to last you the whole year. And what you get in each one of these books, you get a new one for each quarter and you pick it up and you put in your dates, or you can buy the date stickers once again. Then you get your monthly goals. So it's the exact same system, but put into just an A5 booklet. Your weekly reflections, you don't have the goal tips down there. Then weekly actions, and then weekly reflections, weekly actions for the whole month. So you're going to have 5 weeks in here. And then you go monthly reflections. You have a dream big, just a notes page, reflections, journaling, opposite the monthly reflections. And then you go into your next month. The monthly layouts in here, if you're using an agenda for your other planning, you're most likely not going to put all your appointments and everything in here, but you can definitely use this for mapping out when you're going to do different goals, or even tracking different goals or habits on here on the monthly layout. I love to look at how I'm doing habit tracking wise, like at a month at a glance on a bigger scale, because I think that tells you a lot. So I do like that they included the monthly layout in here. And then you go into your next month where you're going to write out those monthly goals and think about what you're going to focus on that month. And then you go into your 5 weeks. And then you have your monthly reflections again and the page opposite, which is just an extra notes page. And then your last month in this little booklet. Then at the end of the booklet, you get a quarterly reflection because you're going to have your quarterly assessment at the end of every quarter. You have 11 notes pages at the back. So a really good amount of notes pages for every quarter, and even a little pocket at the back of this book. Really well made and crafted. And so since they're undated, you can even pick which color goes with which quarter. You have a beautiful purple, a really dark near eggplant purple, a gray, and all your books have gold foiling on them with some motivation. Hold on to your vision, just begin, dare to dream, and good things are coming. So those are your Mäksēlife quarterly companion notebooks. I think it's a genius product to add these on to the system, and you're just your little booklet that houses your whole beginning assessment and annual goals. All right, guys, I think we covered it all. Thank you so much for staying with me with this longer video. It's a really exciting time whenever a planner company like Mäksēlife does their big launch, especially when they have new products like this year, the new daily, the new 6-month undated options. I want to hear all your thoughts down below, whether you're someone who's used Mäksēlife before or if you have never used Mäksēlife before. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all their products, what you're thinking about getting. And if you are purchasing and my videos and content have helped you, please think about purchasing through my affiliate link down in the video. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, guys. I value your time and I'm grateful you spent some of it with me today. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Take care of others. Have a good one. Bye-bye.